Respected businessman Anderson Cherry is asking the government of Barbados to either pay him and his colleagues what they are owed and share the work equally, so there can be a level of fairness in the market. Cherry, the managing director of the Jose and Jose Group and the president of the Waste Haulers Association, made this plea to government yesterday as he took the Daily Nation on a tour of his two construction plants, where most of his equipment is lying dormant. Speaking on Starcom Network News during the day, he also called for the intervention of Prime Minister Mia Motley. Cherry said, quote, "A lot of the guys are scared to speak and fear victimization. They have asked me to try and reach out to the Prime Minister, so I will be sending a letter to her office. Government is leaving out small black businessmen. We can't pay our bills, we can't repay finance companies, we are in a very desperate situation. Please, we beg you, Prime Minister, intervene and help us," end quote. His plea followed a heated debate on Monday's Down to Brass Tacks on Voice of Barbados, where he and fellow smaller construction players clashed with Deputy Prime Minister Santia Bradshaw, who is also the Minister of Transport and Works. During this exchange, the contractors accused government of discrimination and unfair play, while Bradshaw refuted the accusations, saying the smaller contractors had the same opportunities as anyone else but had not been able to deliver. The fallout from this debate continues to rage over the airwaves, with people voicing support of Mr. Cherry and the contractors. Cherry said, quote, "The problem with the accelerated mill and pave program is that it has only been divided between two players, and that is not fair. All that we are asking for is some of the work. Some of our equipment, like the asphalt plant, needs repairing, and I asked government for a 10% mobilization fee, which is not unusual, but we were ignored," end quote. The Accelerated Mill and Pave program is a $30 million initiative aimed at repairing a number of roads across the island. $30 million being spent over 60 days is $500,000 per day. Cherry said instead of only giving it to two contractors, it should have been divided into three, with the third contractor being the Waste Haulers Group, an entity made up of more than 20 individuals. He said they should have been given 10%, which is $1 million as a mobilization fee. This, he said, would allow them to repair their equipment and get the work underway. Barring this, Cherry asked government to pay them for works already completed. While unwilling to give a number, he said some small contractors had been owed for years. He said, quote, "I had been asking about that every day." The late acting chief technical officer, Mr. Philip Tudor, approved all payments, but there are invoices. The deputy PM has said she has been trying to resolve since 2021. "I think this is a bit long, Deputy PM. Do that or give us the mobilization fee. I don't think it too hard to ask government to mobilize us so we can get the equipment up to speed and so we can purchase the raw materials and bitumen. I'm not going to destroy my credibility for $1 million mobilization. We need help. We are suffering," end quote. In giving some background, Cherry said they had once all been called into a meeting with then Minister of Transport and Works Ian Gooding Edgehill, where they believed they were about to have work consistently. He said, quote, "All of the players were in that meeting. I was a small player at that time. He asked us to invest in equipment as Barbados was expecting a building boom, so we did that. We pooled our resources and bought all this equipment, but nothing much has happened. I take risks because I am an entrepreneur. Most people take risks in different ways. I have invested in machinery and equipment in anticipation of finding work for them. But now me and my fellow small contractors are in deep trouble," end quote. During the back and forth on the radio call-in program, Bradshaw said there were other road programs Cherry and others could apply for, such as the Calf Road Rehabilitation Program. In response yesterday, Cherry said Calf was yet to begin, and he was unsure how the process worked as he only saw tenders in the media. He, however, insisted that they needed work now.